Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Shaddolls new TCG format. April, early April 2021 format. So let's take a look. I think the decklist speaks for itself. Well, maybe Magistus might seem maybe out of the ordinary. I definitely like it. Invoked might be a bit better though, but you know, it's, or at least it would be Invoked Shaddolls, right? While on the other hand, maybe one of the Shaddoll traps in the main deck might seem an odd choice, but I definitely like it, right? I've been liking a lot like the OCG approach of running, what is it called? The bug, you know, pay 3k and send something from your extra deck to the graveyard, you know, you use its effect twice and playing more of a Shaddol Dogmatica variant. But the problem of that is it's at the same time its biggest weakness, and that's the extra deck. You just don't have enough space for that. You know, space for all of the huge engine you need if you want to play Shaddolls, if you want to play Dogmatica stuff in your extra deck, and so on, right? Almirage, Secure Gardener, you know, those things. Anyway, long story short, so going first against dinosaurs, right? That's pretty much like a like a common matchup. It should be an okay matchup, of course. Dinosaurs is well known for main decking stuff like Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler, definitely one of those cards that could shut down your window. So playing against dinosaurs, you definitely want at least like 2 options to get out a window as one of your, you know, options to counter your opponent's plays, right? So window number 2 hits the board. You know, after I guess the Dark Ruler, no more. Aerial also could have been useful here of banishing, let's say, the Miscellaneous Source. I did up to wait. You know, because again I had the option to go for the second window on the potential Miscellaneous Source effect in the graveyard. Here at this moment, I guess, of playtesting, I was still playing Celine. I like her in the extra deck, basically a free link upgrade to Access Code Talker, but through playtesting I eventually dropped her. The fact that, you know, she becomes useful with 3 or more spells in the graveyard made it sometimes hard, while on the other hand I needed space for Unicorn, and I prefer Unicorn because of Masquerena, right? So, next tool, it's going fast. You know, those rage quits, those early stops, that's how it goes, right, on Edo. So this time going second, and this is definitely a strong going second board. The thing is that because Dragon Link is so popular, stuff like our card like Super Polymerization just wrecks that entire matchup, while Super Poly is so flexible against other decks as well. I feel that it's currently a 2-off in the deck, but it might even be a 3-off, if not the third one definitely being side-decked if you're going second, because this deck has a lot of going second cards, like, you know, Shaddol Fusion, Super Polymerization, just to name a few. So again, this is strong. The Venom again will force out the Crystal Wing effect, so now Shaddol Construct is able to, well, not Suicide Crash, but attack and use the Catester-like effect and then link herself away to basically get my, well, my goal, I guess, of the deck, and that's, you know, recycling the traps. And that's where I liked, what is it, Shaddol Core? I believe it's Shaddol Core, the trap card that when it's like discarded or, you know, sent to the graveyard, get something back from your graveyard. That's Core, right? It has been a while. But the thing is that it lets you recycle everything. Yeah, not a rage. But you know what I mean, right? I mean, I have Masquerena for Unicorn, I have Aerial to banish the Virtual World spell in the graveyard to prevent the search. I can go for Winda with protection, so again, very strong. Going first against Zoo, Eldritch or Zoo, that's again, I mean, definitely a solid matchup. There is stuff like Winda that, you know, Zoo definitely struggles against that. And of course, let's not forget how strong of a card Schism is. I mean, it's quite of an unfair card. Basically, you're always searching for that indirectly, right? You're kind of like cheating out, or well, not cheating, but with that I mean using the fusions and their effects of sending into the graveyard with Construct, send itself to the graveyard, get it back, you know. So basically free advantage and free pluses, because that's strong. That's the reason why your Schism is so strong, especially because of the attributes, right? Earth, Dark, Light are all easy, are more common attributes against like opponents' decks. Going for access code talker, kind of making or potentially making the big push, even though we know there might be a Nibiru. There it is. So yeah, okay, no worry. I mean, there is still the follow-up play in the form of a fusion summon. So we're going for App Cologne. Kind of not really sure if you know the last cards. I don't think so. So chain blocking with App Cologne, but basically, you know, the standard plays, flipping over Ariel, using Construct again. I like that, not once per turn. Going for Masquerade, and this is why I like Unicorn over Celine, giving me the potential option to Unicorn during my opponent's turn, going for another Construct, and, well, you know, as I mentioned before, basically recycling all of my traps. And that's one of the weaknesses, I guess, with this deck, and is the extra deck, right? It's going so fast, you recycling through your fusions, right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking of adding in Exodius, but that tech might be a bit too spicy. So Unicorn hits the board, Schism is again live, going for Wind. Well, basically big, even though it can't attack directly, I can still go for access code, not sure. Well, yeah, it's definitely more than enough, right? I've been playing Magistus. I started Gale Dogra, that was the name. I started playing with like Gale Dogra and Dogmatica, but as I mentioned before, the life point cost, that's a bit heavy, while at the same time it's asking a little bit too much extra deck space. So that's why I prefer running the, or something that's like a small sub-engine, like Invoked, like Magistus, that gives the potential quote-unquote polymerization surge. And that's where the Magistus engine comes into play. You know, Invoked can pump out Megaball like it's no other, while Magistus can pump out their fusion to potentially interrupt your opponent. So that's cool. That's also very strong, but could, you know, play or let you play into Nibiru. Cross Sheep is not really a popular pick from me, but unless of course post Nibiru, if your opponent already Nibiru'd you, or you have, you know, more options to link, climb, or set up for next turn. While, let's say, if you go for Cross Sheep, set up a potential reborn Shaddolls for next turn with like the quick play Shaddolls fusion and go from there. But if your opponent has Nibiru, you definitely want the follow up. Maybe, let's say, like a destruction of a Shadow to get back Schism or whatever. You know, you definitely need that follow up. Nibiru is still pretty much a staple in most decks. Shekinaga is definitely a card I underestimated, if not, you know, the negation effect, I guess, of negating a special summon monster, while at the same time the combination of Shekinaga and Core, Shadow Core, the trap card, is again, the interaction is again very strong. So Beast, draw 2, discard 1, getting back the Incarnate, right? The Call of the Haunted, Book of Tayu alike card. I definitely like it as a 2-off, was playing it at 1 previously, but it's definitely a 2-off for traps here in the main deck. I've seen like trap heavy Shadow builds like Sinister Shadow Games, Torrential Tribute, Impermanence maybe, not sure of that, not a huge fan of it, but stuff like Torrential Tribute, Sinister Shadow Games is definitely strong, and Solemn Strike even maybe, but not sure, I prefer this particular version. So Dogmatica board, that's cute, but not strong enough. Winda is there, Shaginaga for the potential negation, and of course Construct herself is sweet against those heavy or big beat sticks, because again they're special summoned. So Unicorn bounces back the big beat stick, and okay, the special summon has already been used, and we know the back row is a trap card, so this should be the duel, if I'm not mistaken. If not, yeah, the quick play El Shaddolls fusion is there to pump out like probably another Construct or whatever. Okay, yeah, Scoop. Okay, it's not going to matter too much. Okay, probably another Winda. That's the thing, okay. Last duel, last example, going second this time, you see Nibiru, that's why it's there. But yeah, of course, the deck definitely has a lot of capabilities of going second. Nibiru, triple Ash Blossom, triple Shaddolls fusion. You have the super polymerization as well in the, you know, the main deck. So the deck definitely has the capability of going second. So Nibiru is dropped. I think it was needed, but the Elements Invader Signs is going to reborn one of the I believe the only Elements Invader left to be activated, bar of course the extra deck monsters. So the +1 here for the deck, the Wind Synchro that banishes stuff from the opponent, that's cool, but it's probably going to be a link upgrade, right? A Synchro upgrade for any level 8 Synchro. Here in this case, Crystal Wing might be dropped, or the Emancipator Synchro itself, right? Bounce back. And against Shaddolls, you definitely want that to negate the Shadoll Fusion or any powerful spell. So there it is, RAGEQUIT, that was the name I was looking for. Bounce back Nibiru, yeah, that's a good play, I guess. Because of the 3k attack, I believe that's the same, right, as the RAGEQUIT, it should be. But yeah, again, as I mentioned before, the thing is that with this sub-engine, you have another polymerization-alike engine in the deck to potentially, again, force out an opponent's negation, and that's where the Shadoll Fusion comes into play, a huge hell. Shadoll mill here, I believe like mill 3 to 4 cards, get a free Wendy, but again, long story short, I can go for Cross Sheep, I should be able to go for Access Code Talker. A Celine would, now in this case, yeah, it would have helped out, but yeah, that's how it is. No space in the extra deck. Access Code Talker to put some pressure on the opponent, but again, making sure that I can get my traps into, you know, like the vicious, you know, the circle. Or I can recycle through my traps, like Core, the Incarnate, Schism, mostly Schism, right? Schism Core, definitely. And if I have the opportunity to go for Incarnate as well. I believe it's Incarnate, the name. You know, the Call of the Haunted Book of Teo one. The Emancipator here analyzes normal summon, so that just screams for like a Shaggy Naga play, or you know, Schism for Shaggy Naga, and send an Earth monster from my opponent from his field to the graveyard, right? And this should be my game. Yeah, the token is of course much more powerful. Yeah, should be the game, right? Shadoll Fusion. So, I mean, the new Shadoll support from Ghosts from the past is cool. The Hell Shadoll is definitely a main deck staple. It's very flexible. It gives you some form of disruption again. Also, during your opponent's turn with Incarnated, the trap card, right? Flip it face up, send something from your extra deck to the graveyard, potentially trigger a Shadoll Fusion, pop something from your opponent. Big attack, big defense, and of course, the potential effect negation with the level 4 is also quite good. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.